Hey guys, it's now Chef Ryan back again with another video. Today I'm going to show you how to make a coconut shrimp. With the coconut shrimp I'm going to do a wasabi mashed potato and also an apricot sauce that we can put with it. So let's get into the kitchen. What you're going to need to do your coconut shrimp is some flaky panko breadcrumbs, a little bit of flour, some light cooking oil, dried coconut, a couple of eggs, and some large size shrimp here. I picked these up from the local market and they are just absolutely gorgeous. In addition to that, for the sauce we're going to make, I've got some apricots here. These are just canned apricots. They've got some of the juice left in there. Those are just froze from another recipe that I made. A little bit of agave nectar, some white wine. I've already made the mashed potatoes, but I'm going to add some wasabi to those potatoes to spice it up a little bit to add with the sweet. So the materials you need to make the coconut shrimp is a small food processor, large cooking pan, cutting board, tongs, wax paper, bowl to keep your shrimp shells in, a 1 cup measuring cup, and some paper towels. Okay, so I've got some mashed potatoes here that I've already made, and in order to make the wasabi mashed potatoes, it's pretty simple. It's any recipe for mashed potatoes, and you add wasabi. Just cook that on a medium heat and mix it up real good. And then once you've got the wasabi fully blended into the mashed potatoes, it'll all be ready. Okay, so I've got my canned apricots here, which I had frozen, and I'm going to pour those into the food processor. And add just a little bit of white wine and a little bit of agave. Now, if you don't have agave, you can substitute this with some honey. That would work just fine. Okay, so I'll go ahead and mix this up. Okay, now that's completely mixed. You do want this to be pretty liquidy and kind of runny, because we're going to pour that over the shrimp whenever it's ready. I've got these gorgeous shrimp here, and we need to shell them and take the heads off, which is pretty simple. You just start here from the head, you pull down, put that in our shell plate, and you start with the legs and turn around like this. I'm going to do that all the way to the very bottom. But we want to save the very end. We want to save the tail. So it should look just like that. Now, I like to save the heads and the shells, and I'll stick these in a Ziploc bag and I'll freeze them. Later on I'll make a shrimp bisque out of it. I've got a recipe online on how to make a shrimp bisque, and I will add a link in the description. So if you want to try to make that after you've saved your shells and heads, you can go ahead and give that a try as well. Okay, so I've got my dried coconut here, as you can see in the bowl already. I'm going to add the panko breadcrumbs to this. And I'm going to add a little bit of flour. Okay, so we can mix that up just with your hand is fine, until you've got a good consistency. I'm going to take the shrimp and we'll put that in our egg and get it well coated, and then we'll stick that into the mixture and get it good and breaded. Now, once you've got it fairly well coated, it's a good idea to pick it up and put a little bit in your hand and kind of press down on it. That'll help it, some of that moisture to come out, and it'll help the coconut and the breading to stick just a little bit better. Okay, now that that's breaded, I'm going to go ahead and stick this into the hot oil. I usually just take it by the tail and I just lay it in just like that. I've got that right now just a little bit above medium. Be careful there because it'll pop on you. And you don't have to cook this for too long. Just want to get it nice and brown on both sides. And as you can see, there's just kind of a nice brown texture where the coconut started to cook. We'll give it just a couple more seconds here. We'll remove it and we'll put it on our paper towel here to let some of the oil soak in. Okay, so as you can see here, I've spooned up my wasabi mashed potatoes. I had a little bit of saffron for some color there, which I think makes it look absolutely beautiful. And I've got a little bit of chayote and carrot here around the outside. I just have to add the sauce. And we are ready to eat. Okay, so now comes the final test, the taste test. If the smell test and the vision test haven't passed already, I think this one will. Just a perfect blend of spice and heat and sweet. Of cold wine. So I hope you enjoyed my video today on how to make coconut shrimp. I sure enjoyed eating it probably as much as I enjoyed making it. If you got any questions about anything or you'd like to leave a comment, please feel free to do so. I'd be happy to respond. Till next time, this is not Chef Ryan saying, love what you cook and cook what you love.